Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for watching this video about my work in homes in the DC metro area while I owned attic to basement estate cleanouts through 2014. The condo I wanted to talk about now is a beautiful high-rise building on New Mexico Avenue in Washington, DC. I've included a photo of the courtyard the condo overlooked that I thought was pretty in September of 2013 when we worked there. I was recommended to the daughter of the deceased by an attorney. I had never worked for this attorney, but he had heard my name mentioned by other attorneys. The condo had some nice modern furniture and art and ceramics. There was a ceramic animal that was used as an end table next to a chair. The sofa was upholstered in a bold fabric, in my opinion, and the dining room had a large pedestal table. There was a beautiful teak cupboard appraised at $1,000 that held records and a Bang & Olufsen cupboard stereo, which is also very high-end. I had used one of their cordless phones that was at a client's home, and it is a quality product. The owner also had two tall, narrow wicker stands with drawers. I'd never seen one so tall before. And there were Asian chests with drawers and a dresser in very good shape. Among the woman's papers, we found a short article she had written for the Washington Post magazine about meeting Greta Garbo in the 1950s when they both lived in Manhattan. It was part of a larger article. This job took 3 6-hour days to sort through each room and box up auction items and box charity and make a list of the items we could then send to the attorney. On the 4th day, New Mind Transfer came for 4 hours and used one of the elevators we had reserved to take things to Weschler's auction house. Also, certified packaging came for an hour and a half and took away items that were being shipped to the family, both in DC and in California. And finally, college hunks hauling junk came and took away whatever trash was too big to fit down the trash chute, like soiled furniture and broken suitcases. Luckily, we had the elevator from 9:30 to 4:30. Before I show you the photos from this job, I wanted to let you know that not every call I got about work turned into a paying job. In 2013, I worked in 68 homes, but I also had 40 phone calls that didn't turn into work. Each one of those calls would take between 10 and 30 minutes, as I had to ask what their situation was and explain what attic to basement estate cleanouts could do to get the house empty. Each job was different, and I always added that I'd give a much better estimate of time involved if I could see how full the closets in the garage, basement, and attic were. I learned that everyone has their own level of how much clutter they can stand in a house. Some people who told me the house was a mess could mean that there were things on every surface, but not stacked high, and the attic had some boxes and an old rug and old curtain rods, which would not take long for us to sort through. I did have one apartment in a senior community that I did visit to meet the attorney and his wife. There was quite a bit of paper to go through, and it was quite messy. They told me there wasn't much money in the estate, so they didn't want to hire me after I told them how much I thought I would end up invoicing them. So I recommended Junket Dump It to come in and take away what they didn't want after they themselves did the sorting. I heard from Junket Dump It later that they finished the trash pickup. They found $68,000 when they were moving items out of the apartment. Who knows why the person was hiding the money, but Junket Dump It was assured of getting paid. Other people who called me then did the work themselves because they thought the cost was too high. We did this professionally and were not emotionally connected to anything in the house that we came across, so we worked quickly. I had many people tell me that they were surprised how quickly we sorted through things and got a house empty, because they had worked on it for months and didn't get very far. I bet they saw something that brought back memories, and all work stopped as they reminisced. Or a few wanted to hold an estate sale, which attic to basement estate cleanouts did not get involved in doing. Getting these kind of phone calls sometimes came very late at night and on weekends. People told me that they thought an answering machine would pick up. My office was in a converted bedroom with a dedicated phone line, so it did ring at all hours of the night and day. If you own your own small business, there is a lot of time put in answering calls and writing up invoices and contacting support people like movers, trash haulers, and auction companies that no one else considers. Have a great day. Here are the photos from that job.